Welcome, my friends, to Shaking the Salt with Dr. Peppers. At the end of the message, stay tuned if you want to contact me for any reason, including prayers. Thank you, and I'm Dr. Peppers, Shaking the Salt. Here we go. As children bring their broken toys with tears for us to mend, I brought my broken dreams to God. I thought He was my friend. But then instead of leaving Him in peace to work alone, I hung around and tried to help with ways that were my own. At last I snatched them back and cried, "How could you be so slow?" "My child," He said, "what could I do? You never did let go." Isn't that exactly what we do? I surrender all, except I'm not going to do this, and I've got to do this, and I've got to do that, and God, I don't think any of this is... I surrender part, a little bit, sometimes, when I feel like it, depending on what it is. You know what we do. So this was from a presentation. It was actually a women's conference that I did. It was called Gracefully Broken. Now, I know... I started to use the song from Rascal Flatts. It's a country song. I've only heard it once or twice, but I looked it up, and it was, God bless the broken God bless the broken road. Say that fast 3 times. Broken road, broken road, broken road. Anyway, squirrel, I've got ADHD, so bear with me. I started to use that one, but instead I said, you know what? If I could just find this poem. My brother's used it. I started to call him, but he's busy getting ready for his own conference coming up. And it just happened to be in a folder that I pulled out of 6 different file cabinets. First thing I saw. I wanted this to be the point for you, my friend listening. At last, I snatched them back and cried, "How could you be so slow, talking to God?" "My child," He said, "what could I do? You never did let go." Until we let go of what it is, what we're aching, where we're broken, where we're hurting, whatever we're going through, a relationship, a need, a physical issue, we still keep taking it back. I've got something else I want to try. Or I have a friend who said, try this and try this and try this. And God said, are you ever going to just let go? And then what happens? We get to our wits' end and we are at the bottom of the barrel saying, okay, God, I give up. I've tried. I've done everything I possibly know. So go ahead. I just give up. And He says, finally, you're going to let me do it, aren't you? But God, that's not the way I would do it. Oh, I'm so glad He doesn't listen to me like that. If I had my way, there was a guy that I just thought I would never, ever, ever get over from college. And unfortunately, he has now passed away. But this guy, I thought, God, please, I want to marry him. I want him to be mine. I want this to be my husband, and just on. And I can't live without him. And God, I know I've had a horrible past, but I just want to do this. And if He had given me that guy, first of all, as I told you, he's already gone. He's dead. But other than that, he never did anything with his life. And if I hadn't met my sweet hubby now, my bud, my buddy, my bubby, whatever I call him, I know that he was the one that I was supposed to meet. God had to orchestrate me not wanting to go to the University of Missouri because that's where my sister had gone. That's where my father had gone. My grandparents had both gone there. And it was Mizzou for Missouri. And I liked the school. I loved the football team, although we didn't know football, but I didn't want to go there because it was too close to home, and I wanted to get away from home. And our sweet librarian, Mrs. Pledge, who was in her 80s at the time, climbed up on this little stool to pull down the college anthology. Notice that I said college as in one, the book of schools, and she said, all right, now let me see. I'm telling you the truth. Some of you remember this. She used a quill pen. It wasn't quill. It was one of those ink pens that had the inkwell that you had to dip it in and tap, tap, tap. And she wrote University, tap, tap, T of Alabama, first alphabetically. When my students used to say, "Hey, Peppers, why did you go to the University of Alabama? Did they have a great arts and sciences? Did they have education? Did they have plays? Were you in the plays? Or was it communication? Why'd you choose the University of Alabama? Did you like football?" I always say, well, it was first alphabetically. And they said, "No, seriously, why?" And when I told them how long it took for Miss Pledge to write down the phone number, much less the address and all of the other credentials that lined up with it, and my parents, because I had run away my senior year, told me I had to go down and take my own SAT test and ACT test, whatever I needed back then. I had to do all of this. I had to learn to be a big girl if I wanted to go to college, but I wanted to go so I could party more. And instead, it was that broken road God led me to Bud, my little sweet Southern Baptist boy from Mobile, Alabama. And I had never met anyone like him, and believe me, he had never met anyone like me. My friend, what are you hanging on to that you're not going to let God give you what is so much better? You think you want that particular job? Oh, but what if God has something even better waiting for you? You think you want that person? You think you want that place, that house, that car, that boat, that thing? You want to be healed of this illness, and you say, "I'll take any other illness, but please, God, take this from me." Whoa, watch out. Watch out. Think of what you have and think what somebody else has. Every time I start to complain about this ongoing sciatic leg I have, somebody comes around the corner that's with crutches and maybe just one leg, or maybe somebody in a wheelchair. Or I think about Johnny Erickson Tata, a Christian lady that writes, and she even sings some. And she's been paralyzed since she was a teenager and dove into a shallow water. My friend, this is the time for you to let God fix those broken pieces. There's so much more to being broken. I might have to even do another podcast on this. But when you are broken, He's not going to just glue you back together. He doesn't leave out pieces and just start to fix what He has there. No, He remakes, remolds, completely redoes, as if you're brand new. From the inside out, the outside in, the top down, the bottom up. Every place, everything, every person, everywhere you have hurt is where God will fix it. And He will use you to help others going through that same brokenness. So it sounds harsh, but do you realize finally how broken you are? I say this to my jail ladies. Do you know how broken you are right now? Why do you keep trying to fix it? You never could. You're back where you started. Give Him a chance. What have you got to lose? I know what you have to gain. God, I pray right now for the one listening that feels like their life is over. They feel broken. They feel helpless, hopeless. It's a feeling. God, I had to learn that. And that feeling may or may not be the key to getting to them, but they have to let go. And let You be the one that fixes. Like those broken toys, we bring them for You to mend. And now, Lord, I bring You my broken dreams. I know now You are my friend. I can't wait to see what He does with you and how He changes something in you and through you, my friend. May God continue to bless you because you are broken. I'm Dr. Pepper, shaking the salt. Thanks for staying on, my friend. If you would like to contact me, visit saltandlightministry.com. If you want to share your story with me, ask a question, have me come speak to your group, or maybe just request prayer. Once again, saltandlightministry.com. Thanks and God bless.